and commend the effort of the organizing committee. Your meticulous planning and dedication have ensured the success of this event. I also extend my heartfelt appreciation to the speakers, panelists, whose expertise and perspective will undoubtedly enrich our understanding and inspire us to think indifferently. To the participant, I urge you to approach this conference with an open mind and a spirit of curiosity. Engage actively in the sessions, ask questions, and share your ideas. Remember the true values of the conference lies only in the knowledge gained but also in the connections made and inspirations sparked. Let this event be a platform for collaboration, innovation, and growth. As we reflect on the theme of this conference, let us draw strength and wisdom from the words of the Bible. In Isaiah 40:31, we are reminded, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. May this conference renew our strength and inspire us to soar to greater height in our quest for knowledge and wisdom. In conclusion, I would like to congratulate the organizing committee and extend my best wishes to all the participants. May this conference be a resounding success, leaving a lasting impact on all who attended. Let's continue to strive for excellence, guided by principles of wisdom, integrity, and service. Thank you, and may God's blessing be with you, with us all as we embark on this journey of discovery and collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Today marks a significant moment as we unveil the conference proceedings. This document is a collective achievement bringing together diverse perspective, research, and leadership from our presenters and attendees. We are proud to share this milestone with all of you as we look ahead to the impact these proceedings will have on our field. I request our Secretary, Reverend Sister Dr. Donna Grace Jayasili, and our Chief Guest, Mr. Suresh S.D., to release the conference proceedings.
feel grateful to invite the publication chair and one of the editors for the conference proceeding, Mrs. Anto Ramya, to share a few words about the conference.
Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3. Honorable Secretary, Reverend Sister Dr. Donna Grace J. Seeley, beloved Principal Dr. J. Carolyn Rose, distinguished Chief Guest, esteemed guest of honors, respected keynote speakers, researchers, participants, colleagues, and my dear students. A warm and heartfelt welcome to you all. At this promising juncture, I stand with immense joy and pride before this distinguished gathering for the ICITRI 2025 organized by Computer Science Technical Association of PG and Research Department of Computer Science. It is an honor to witness this vibrant assembly of intellectual minds and curious learners gathered here to share and celebrate advancements in technology. As Margaret Mead once said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. The collective efforts of visionary individuals laid the foundation of St. Joseph's College of Arts and Science for Women in 2006. Today, this institution, guided by the motto, "Knowledge purifies and charity enhances," stands as a beacon of empowerment and excellence for young women. Over the years, the Department of Computer Science has grown tremendously. What began with 16 students now thrives with nearly 490 students, offering undergraduate, postgraduate, and research programs in cutting-edge domains of technology. The department's motto, "Disseminating Technology in Young Minds," reflects a commitment to fostering innovation and critical thinking. This conference marks another significant milestone in our journey. The primary aim of ICITRI 2025 is to provide a collaborative platform for academicians, researchers, and students to share their innovative ideas and research findings. By doing so, we aspire to address some of the most pressing challenges in information technology, with a special focus on IoT and its transformative potential for a smarter future. This year, we are proud to have received 87 quality papers from esteemed researchers across Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and beyond. After a meticulous peer review process by our dedicated team, we are thrilled to showcase the finest 74 papers. These presentations, delivered both through online and offline modes, promise to inspire, challenge, and contribute to the ever-evolving landscape of technology. As Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said, "Science is a beautiful gift to humanity. We should not distort it." Today's conference underscores the responsible use of technology to better humanity. It is through gatherings like these that we pave the way for solutions to complex global challenges. This event is made possible by the tireless efforts of our management, faculty, organizing committee, and student volunteers. My heartfelt gratitude to all those who have contributed to making this conference a grand success. With that, I invite each of you to make the most of this opportunity, engage, question, collaborate, and innovate. Let this event not just be an exchange of ideas, but also the beginning of meaningful connections and groundbreaking solutions. May this conference be a source of inspiration, enlightenment, and growth. Wishing all the delegates, presenters, and participants an intellectually fulfilling experience. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The development of a department is not just measured by its achievements, but by the passion, collaboration, and continuous pursuit of excellence that drives it forward. As we grow together, we shape the future of knowledge and innovation. Now is the time to reveal the handbook of a successful academic year. I would like to cordially invite our principal, Dr. J. Carolyn Rose, and our chief guest, Mr. Brito Satya, yes sir, to present the handbook for the academic year 2023 to 2024. I request all the dignitaries to join the event.
you to all our esteemed dignitaries for gracing the stage. As we move into the next session, we kindly request our dignitaries to take their seats of the dais and join the audience to proceed with the program. It's my privilege to invite our chief guest, Mr. Brito Satya, SR Senior Data Engineer, One Global, Berlin, Germany, to deliver the speech.
I know you guys are all already tired, and I'm not going to take so much time explaining things. I know they are doing a lot of work in classroom lectures, doing the same thing, so I'm not going to do the same thing. And don't be worried. So, yeah, I still see some people sleeping already. So this is just to, introduce you guys to data engineering and what all opportunities we have there. It's not like a formal classroom session, so you can also feel free to ask anything you want. I don't know much of Kannada, so I'll just talk somewhat in Tamil, so Kannada people don't mind. So yeah, data engineering, as you all know, I mean now everything is around data, right? We keep hearing about data. So back in my school days, like we never had phone or anything which we can look up to if we want to search for anything. We just don't have access to anything like that. So my father had an 1100, which I used extensively for texting. And these are all the phones that's my first phone when I was in college. End of my college year, I had to. So end of my college, I used this phone for browsing internet. Before 2G, there was an Edge GPRS. Now even 4G is not enough for us. We need 5G. But we browsed with these browsers those days. But nowadays, the technology has improved so much, and you guys have access to a lot of new technologies, and everyone is like, I texted 40 SMSs from my dad's phone, and then it emptied all the balances he had in his account, and then because one SMS cost 1 rupee those days. And nowadays, we can keep on sending how many ever WhatsApp text we want, we don't even care. And we always have a problem that whenever we are seeing someone online and then they are not responding and there is a blue tick, and if they are not replying, we already get very mad. Like girlfriends, boyfriends, like always. So, yeah, but what I want to say is how we can use this technology for our own development. So, next. Yeah, I'll just go with this agenda. So nothing to worry. So it's just that what is the role of data and what are the opportunities we have with the data in the industry, and what are the skills we need probably. Just a quick look. So I'll make it something a little bit interesting. If you guys all, what do you spend your time most on, like on a daily basis apart from studies and lecture? What do you spend most on? Oh, wow. Working in house. Okay. Next. Mobile phone. Okay. Next slide. What is this? Of course, Instagram. So, next slide. Instagram Reels. Next. What is this? YouTube Shorts. Next. Yeah. What is this? Amazon. And what is this page? Yeah, suggestions. Yeah, next. Amazon products. Next slide. So yeah, so this is what we do on a daily basis, right? We spend most of our time on Reels, Shorts, probably browsing some products. So this is our entire day. It's not wrong, but yeah, that's how it is. So what happens? Like what happens? How do you get this Reels, Shorts, or the suggestions of Amazon product, how do you get it in your feed, in your suggestions list? Are they bringing it out of nowhere, or is there any engineering behind it? Any idea? Yeah, we watch reels, but we don't know how it comes to our feed. That's not a problem, but now we will learn how that is happening and why it is bad. No, it's good, but still not good. So that's, no, previous slide. So there is something called as feed curator, okay? This is just a normal image. So whatever we give, whatever we like pannunga, share pannunga, subscribe pannunga. So whatever we like, we share, we subscribe, we post, and whatever we watch on a daily basis, this will all be fed into an engine. So that engine continuously monitors everyone's activity, and it keeps on generating feeds for you, so that it will keep you engaged in the same app. They know what you want, they know how to give that to you, and they keep on engaging you to and you will be glued to the app. Like, that's how you get all the feeds. So it's like they will just put on everything on your head, and then you will keep watching, because that's their aim. Next slide. So how does this happen? So in first stage, we give all the likes, shares, posts. We interact with the app. All this data will be sent to, all this data will be sent to a database. So that's a data warehouse. That's a huge data warehouse. So all user data will be sent there, and then it will be processed. It will be processed according to each and every user's need, and then it will be again sent to you as an Instagram post, reel, or like shorts, or like whatever. And then you will keep on watching this, and this is a cycle. So this keeps happening, and then we will be addicted to this particular app, and then we will stick on to keep on using the app. And the more you use the app, the more accurate predictions it will make, and then it will give you more relevant feeds, and we will feel very happy. Yeah, it is giving me what I want. So that's what happens here. And then it's just that same thing what I said. So Instagram curates your feed by analyzing your likes, posts, shares, and then it recommends reels. And so YouTube keeps us watching, and then it recommends videos based on your watch history. So Amazon or Myntra or whatever, it just suggests you so many products, because they know what you are browsing, they know what you want. So it keeps track of all those things. That's how you get it. Let's see this video. Can you play this video, ma'am? It's just for fun, okay?
நாளைக்கு இந்த இடத்துக்கு போனீங்கன்னா ஒன்னும் கிடைக்காது. எந்த கோயில்ல என்ன கிழமை என்ன பிரசாதம் கிடைக்கும்னு ஒரு கம்ப்ளீட் டேட்டா பேஸே போட்டு வச்சிருக்கேன். இத பத்தியா 365 நாளைக்கு டீட்டெயிலா ஷெட்யூல் போட்டு இதுல வச்சிருக்கேன். இந்த விவரம் தான் என் மூலதனம். நான் உனக்கு தர்றது சோறு இல்ல தம்பி, இன்ஃபர்மேஷன். இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் இஸ் வெல்த்.
Exactly. So information is wealth. அது வந்து அந்த காலத்தில் they went and they took the information from outside. Nowadays they give a phone, they take the information from you, you spend as much time as you want in the phone, and then they take all the information from you and they give it back to you. One next slide.
நல்ல உட்கார்ந்த இடத்துலயே ஓடிஎம் அடிக்கிறியே, நானே உனக்கு வாங்கி கொண்டு கொடுக்கணும், நானே வாங்கி போயிட்டா.
நாளைக்கு இந்த இடத்துக்கு போனீங்கன்னா ஒன்னும் கிடைக்காது. எந்த கோயில்ல என்ன கிழமை என்ன பிரசாதம் கிடைக்கும்னு ஒரு கம்ப்ளீட்.
Sure. So the more time you spend on the apps, the more personal information you give to the app, and then they create contents. This is a cycle, and then they keep on generating money. We spend our time, we give our time, we spend our energy in watching reels, doing all these things, and then they earn money. Actually, we make them earn money, and we are wasting our time. That's what is happening. So I'm an older generation, so don't mind. Just to make you guys feel more connected, I just took this example. There is nothing wrong with that. Even I watch reels. But yeah, we need to control our time, how much we are watching. So time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you don't get time. And this is very crucial time for you guys. And the more we spend on this, we're just making someone else rich. We are not getting rich, or we are not getting anything better. So yeah, so now I want to tell you guys what all job opportunities we have around this. So yes, we have all this data, we know what we are doing. So now we will just focus on probably what all things which we can benefit from all this, and not to make someone else benefit out of our actions. So yeah, so these are all the different roles we have as a data engineer. So initially, the first part, next slide one. So all the user interactions, this will not be kept somewhere and then it cannot be processed. It needs to be stored somewhere. You guys all know about databases, data warehouse and stuff. So initially the first thing is to store all the user data into a particular data warehouse. So that's where data engineering comes in. So all the data engineers will collect the data from different places, not just users and then applications. There are multiple places from where the data can be collected. So all this collection of data will be done by a data engineer, and then they will structure it in a way that it will go to a data warehouse. So that's the first job opportunity we have around data engineering. So once we have like a list of tables in where they will store all this data. So there is user data, they know each and every one, they record everything. So all the user data will be stored, then your subscriptions, your posts, your shares, your likes, whatever we do, everything will be available in the data warehouse, which can be stored for an indefinite period of time. And so once we have all this data, then we have the roles like data analyst, who will work on this data and give us a raw data explanation of the data. Basically, when you see the tables, you won't find what it is. So what do? These data analysts, with the help of SQL queries or Python scripts, they just tell you an overall idea about what is the data that is available in the tables. So this is another job opportunity area which you can also focus on, which is a data analyst. Then there is business intelligence engineer. This is not much different from a data analyst. Both are almost same, but this will have more of a pictorial representation of the already existing data we have. So when they see as an image, you can easily correlate what's going on there. So they know the last one, platform usage for shares, they see Facebook is being used most, Twitter second, and then LinkedIn third. And then in the user activity, you can also see the likes, shares, which user is doing what. More of an intuitive method of doing. So this also involves a little bit more of other tools which will help us in reporting the data in a very intuitive manner which you can analyze. So there are like 3 job opportunities which came around this particular area. Then we have big data specialists. So big data, as you all know, it is same as data, but since we have millions and millions of users, we cannot store all the data in a typical data warehouse or an traditional databases. So we store it in form of files, which is very easy to store and then easy to manage. And also it is very effective, like it takes very less amount of space. So that is called as big data. Big data is nothing but large quantity of data and a frequent quantity of data that is flowing in. So we have big data specialist roles, which also can be, which is also the same things, but they work on bigger forms of data, a larger quantity of data. So that's big data specialist role. Then once we have all the roles and data, when we have a large amount of data, storing it in an hard drive or your personal laptops or anything which is or a hard like a server, which consumes a lot of space and it is not secured, not efficiently secured enough. So we started storing this into cloud. Cloud gives opportunity for many people to, cloud is just like an virtual storage which is away from the hard disk or anything, and then we just store this data everywhere, everything around. Yeah. So whoever is dealing with that, they called as cloud data engineer. The same work again, but they will be working on cloud technologies, AWS or like Google Cloud or whatever it is. Then we have like data scientist role. So till this part what I told, it was like an beginner stage. We can go for data analyst, data business intelligence engineer, data engineer, or big data engineer, cloud data engineer. Now comes data scientist. Here is these people, mostly they work on all this data, but they do predictions. So they know in a particular season what kind of product is selling the most and what kind of marketing you should do so that you get the enough revenue from the people. So these scientists run models around the data we have, and then they predict or they give insights on the how they can improve business, or even the suggestions what we are getting in Amazon or anything, relevant searches. That's because of these people who runs models on the data what we already have. So this is one another job opportunity, which is data scientist. And then we have applied scientist. Applied scientist is one level higher than data scientist. We can say it's almost similar, but they focus on solutions, giving solutions. They also run AI models. They work on scientific algorithms, and they work on the data and give us recommendations, chatbot. So you chat with some chatbot, and then those solutions are provided by applied scientists. And then you can also have recommendation systems. You can also have robotics, natural language processing. So there is a lot of things they run, but everything bases the data what we give. So this is another job opportunity we have, applied scientist. And then we have data architect, which covers every other aspect. They actually architect, like an architect, they architect the data. Like building a house, they build the data whole of for an organization, they build the whole of a data storage. So with that, these are all like many opportunities we have in this. So how do we get here? So we just need to do very few simple things. We just need to learn any one of the programming language, which is scripting language or programming, whatever it is, like Python or SQL, and then understand some database concepts. What is database, what is data warehouse, why we need that. And then you can explore some tools around this, Tableau, Power BI, or different things like Snowflake, etc. A lot of things are there. So you can explore some tools around it and then work on some small projects. Then, yeah, these are some learning links if you would like to go and learn things. This will help you in understanding all the basics better. Of course, your teachers and everyone is teaching you all this, but then this will give you an additional advantage. You can go learn in these websites, and then that will help you. These are all the communities also you can reach out. Yeah, whenever we get time, we can interact in these communities and then get something out of it. There are a lot of people who are willing to help, whoever wants to help. And so we will get some benefit out of being in these communities. And then, yeah, thank you for listening. But yeah, just make sure you guys do something useful for yourself. Thank you for inviting me. Bye.
We feel honored to invite our chief guest, Suresh SD, Scientist G Grade and Group Director, DKRM, Electronics and Radar Development Establishment, LRDE, DRDO Bangalore, to deliver his speech.
Good afternoon, respected Secretary of the College, Dr. Jayashili, Principal of the college, Dr. Caroline Rose, my speakers who are going to speak, who spoke, Mr. Brito and Dr. Vaishnavi and Dr. Dina, the HOD, and my dear students. I am happy to be here to speak in front of you in this international conference on IT research and innovation, IoT for a smarter future. It's a very interesting topic, and I'm happy to see that good amount of students are here to attend the conference. Well, I am from DRDO. I hope, how many of you are aware of DRDO? Can you raise your hands? How many of you know about DRDO? I think after tea, everybody's hands have become heavy, looks like. Nobody wants to raise the hands. How many of you know about DRDO? Nobody knows about DRDO? Okay. That's very interesting. Okay. Probably then I will ask, how many of you know Dr. Abdul Kalam? Great. Fine. So, Dr. Abdul Kalam was our chairman of the chief of DRDO before he became principal scientific advisor and president. Okay. So, DRDO stands for Defense Research and Development Organization, and it is having more than 50 laboratories throughout India. And in Bangalore, we have around 10 labs, and I work in a lab called Electronics and Radar Development Establishment, LRDE. Okay. And basically, radar is basically used for detecting any moving objects, probably aircrafts or satellites, sometimes boats, ships, maybe some other things like what is below the ground or what is across the wall. All kinds of things we can do with the radars. Okay. Now, the interesting part is, this is basically a domain of RF. Radar is basically a domain of radio frequency. Okay. And we are here in the computer science domain. So, how much your computer science domain contribute in various aspects of this research areas is what I thought I will just touch upon. Okay. So, it is not only radar, it is for any area. If you see computer science, I think you are talking about information technology. I found the conference theme IT, right? So, probably most of you may be knowing the difference between computer science and information technology. That's the first thing. When you talk about information technology, mostly we are talking about applying some of the concepts of computer science, what original computer science topics, into that. In fact, I was just going through your PG syllabus of your university. I was really felt happy that, very good subjects, pure computer science subjects are there. For example, like, algorithms, then operating systems, and some of the concepts on analytics and database networks. All these things were there. Originally, when maybe 3 decades back when I was studying and all. This computer science, even BSc computer science, they used to talk purely on concepts. There is not a single subject, theory subject for programming or coding or any of these web page design. No such concepts were there. Only concepts were taught. Those are all called applications. Now I am seeing a lot of subjects are taught on actually applying computer science into this. For example, your syllabus also I am seeing you have probably Python programming or C++ programming or Java programming, web page design, GUI design. So these kind of applications only are taught more into computer science students. Now when you talk about, going into some kind of, before going into research, let me cover this. See, first point is that you are all computer science students. First, what way you are different from a student who is doing a 6 months course outside an institute, normal institute, in addition to his graduation. Say somebody is doing a BA or a BCom and he does a Python programming course outside an institute for 6 months. And you are going as a computer science student or IT student or a BCA student. What way you are different from a person who has done a normal BA BCom with Python course certification? Is it an advantage for you being a computer science student? Because here also you are doing a Python programming as a part of your normal college. He is doing a core subject of some other student, BCom, BA, or BSc in, let's say, physics, BSc in mathematics somebody does. And plus computer science programming or practicals they are learning additionally. What way you have to stand out? What you can say that you are better than them? That should be the basic thought process which should be running. You should be actually one step ahead of them. What way you are one step ahead of them? Okay? Now, when you go for this research areas, let's say we are talking about, now the buzzword is AI, we have quantum computing, we have cyber security, we have blockchain, we have augmented reality or virtual reality. We are talking about digital twins. We are talking about autonomous vehicles. We are talking about cloud computing, data mining. So many fields are there, which are futuristic fields. Now you are doing R programming. I saw some course on R programming with, analytics. I found some courses were there. So you are doing an R programming. You are doing a UX design, user interface design. You are doing a course on that as part of your BSc, BCA, BCom, whatever, MSc Computer Science, whatever is the thing. Now, is it sufficient for you to just do that coding part alone and say that, yes, I know the coding. I know how to create a database. I know how to use Excel. I know how to use PowerPoint. Is that what actually we are, our stage where we are actually standing, your knowledge or skill set, vis-a-vis what actually you need to aim for? So that is the thought process you all have to think. So, being a computer science student, when you are attending these kind of conferences, what happens is that what core concepts of computer science, in what way it is actually going to be used in various fields in our day-to-day life on a deeper sense. So the focus should be on that. So you should be 2 steps ahead of person who is done normal coding in an institute, vis-a-vis doing a formal computer science programming or formal computer science training, which you have taken in a structured institution like this. So your research aptitude, your aptitude towards research, focusing on where the world is moving, where are we standing, and what is the gap. So the whole focus should be on that. Now, for example, being an IoT things, we are talking about IoT things. So the edge computing, the UX design, the swap optimization. Swap means size, weight, and power optimization, right? Now everybody wants a miniatured one. Nobody wants big stuff. Like, olden days, we had huge phones. Now it has become smaller, and very small. So everybody wants miniaturization. So it is actually now computer science or the research areas, it is all becoming interdisciplinary. Completely interdisciplinary researches are happening. For example, most of the devices where actually you are able to apply your thought process requires huge number of sensors. Sensors means what? Your mobile phone, let's say, a smartphone. You have GPS in it, there's an antenna in it. Other than normal phone, what for it is invented, everything else is there. In fact, now you decide, you take a decision on buying a phone, not based on whether the phone quality is good, is it connecting or not. That is assumed that phone will work. So you are concentrating on how is the camera, how is the music quality, how is the accuracies of various things, how sharp is the thing, how is the sensing. So purely your focus is shifting from the core thing to the wrapping around of all the things which are available as a package. So your swapped optimization, sensors. These are all the areas where actually you need to focus when we talk about this kind of research areas. Now you can ask me, a BSc Computer Science, what research we can do? Well, you may not be today immediately able to start doing that, I will be doing a research or something like that. A bachelor's degree person need not be assuming that it is immediately tomorrow I will start doing a research. No. But you should be well aware of what is happening in the world. What is the technology? Don't go by finally, some course is there, okay, you do overnight, you become AI expert, okay? Learn the things, then you use Excel sheet, Power BI or something you take an Excel sheet or put these fields, apply a formula and result comes or a graph comes. That is not going to fetch rewards long term, okay? Short term, yes, you will get an immediate job, but how long that will sustain? Another tool will come which will be much, much better, which will actually take away this particular concept, which will make it very obvious. I don't know how many of you are aware, there is a device called pager. We had, right? On pager, there is a device called pager where it will be able to send a message, one small message will come. That we used to carry. In fact, when this health apps were coming, some small devices for walking tracking. One device we used to carry, how many counts you have walked. Now all these things are embedded in your mobile itself, right? So when all these things are embedded in a single device, so the traditional single device based concept, single discipline based concept is over. We are all going towards multiple sensors, multiple sensor based fusions, multiple areas of work where it can be merged together and presented as a package. In a normal sense, commercial sense, let me say, even these movies you see, now recent movies, any of these movies you see, even in Tamil movies you take, every movie you will not find one hero. You will find heroes one from Tamil Nadu, one from Andhra hero will be there, one Malayali hero will be there, somebody from Hindi is there. Why? Just imagine some little old movies you see, only one hero. Movie revolves around him. Now you are talking about few languages, top heroes are coming together and acting in one movie. Why? Whatever you are doing, computer science research is no different. There is no pure single subject researches anymore. Everything is multi-dimensional and multi-sensor based things only. So your thought process of amalgamating all the inputs from multiple sources, trying to understand all the concepts and how to package it in a single solution is where every aspect of life is revolving around nowadays. So your full focus on research need not be DRDO alone. Anywhere you go, only entry level small activities only will be obtained when you actually do a simple 1 degree in computer science or something like that. You have to have some add-on expertise. Everybody should have an add-on expertise. And it is not very difficult to obtain. Many people may feel that it is difficult. It is difficult to pay. It is difficult to get certificate. It is difficult to get enrolled into the curriculum. Not at all. Huge content is available where all of us can have international certification. Every one of you can take an international certification. What course you are doing in your college, similar course or little bit one level advanced course is available. Certification free of cost. For example, IBM gives free certification courses. Cisco gives free certification courses. Google gives. Everybody gives a huge amount of free certification, not only paid one. And a lot of government agencies in India give certification courses. All of you think about it, like amount of time, see it is simple. Amount of time we spend on our devices. For example, watching some YouTube, watching some video, something like that. The same amount you spend, for example, simple. From college, I found a lot of buses are there in the college. Somebody may be spending 45 minutes in the bus to travel from home to this. These courses you take, one day, 45 minutes coming to college, 45 minutes going back, 1.5 hours. Just that 1.5 hours you spend, that is enough for doing one course. Every day 1.5 hours. Just the bus travel time you used to complete the course. Every day one lecture, 1.5 hours spent on your college bus. Whatever time, instead of just, watching. Just instead of seeing a random video, random things, just spend on, enroll for a course, complete the course. Within 3 months, you will complete one course. One international certificate will be there with you. Every one of you can have n number of international certificates before you come out of this college. Sometimes what you should also do is that, let's say that your college is having a course, like say programming, computer science programming language or introduction to programming, you have a course. Now go to EDX. EDX, MIT, there is a famous course, is there, Harvard University, MIT, all are having free contents available. Introduction to programming, CS50, CS50, if you take that course, introduction to programming with Python language. Just watch, there are hardly 10 to 12 hours of lecture, that's all. The way you think will totally change. The way you think programming is very difficult, it will become so easy. The reason is the way they communicate the content, the way they actually give the things. So, every one of you should actually open up additional such courses and do, so that easily, it is not very, very difficult to enter into research field, not at all difficult. I have also done like you only. In fact, when I think two of your students, I think Shushmita and one more girl, what is her name? I think Smita, that they were coming and introducing about their association. So in college, when I was studying, I was the one who was the first secretary of my college association, the same computer science association. In 92 or 93 we formed in my college. Okay. So like that only, we have to start somewhere, and then you just keep concentrating, focusing on small efforts. So this kind of associations will actually enrich you a lot. Just participate in all these activities. Just open up yourself. Don't be blocked, what is there. That's why intentionally I didn't bring any PPT, because PPT means lost, content is lost. PPT will be running, we are somewhere else. No, that's the reason why I didn't bring any PPT. I just want to interact, saying that, it is not at all difficult to move forward. In fact, after this bachelor's degree or diploma or PG, DRDO, a lot of opportunities are there. In government, you will have to prepare and you have to join. Nowadays, even interview is not at all there for entry-level positions. In many of the junior-level positions, in interview is not there. Only test, a written test will be there. So it is not difficult. Only thing is that you need to have focus, clarity. Now, if I ask simple things, what is your focus? Let's say you are seeing, there is a motto, college motto is there. Knowledge purifies, charity enhances, so many things are written. In this logo, how many of you, suppose you close your eyes and draw the logo, if I say, how many of you will be able to draw this logo? Daily you are seeing this logo, right? Probably the day you join the college, you will be seeing this logo. Have you focused on this logo? Have you seen how the logo looks like? What could be the reason? What are all the elements in this logo? How many flowers are there? What are all the colors used? Simple thing, just focus on this. This is the way you will be focusing on each and every step. In programming also. A equal to A plus 1. We write a program for increasing a number. Mathematically it is incorrect. A equal to A plus 1 is wrong mathematically. But you write a program, it will increase the number by 1. Right? So, what is written is simple thing. But what we understand, once you understand only, you know that it is right, it is not wrong. Right? So, perception about one thing. First thing is focus. Whatever work you do, whatever small subjects you study, doesn't matter. You read little more detail, you will start understanding. That's what I am telling. Same subject, one teacher teaches, another subject teaches in another university, his style of teaching will be totally different. The way they try to make understand is totally different. Maybe everybody may not understand the same thing. That's why I am telling. When you talk about, this kind of online courses, MOOC courses, don't go by random YouTube recommendations or random YouTube videos. That is not going to help. Go for standard institutes. Standard institutes, generally what happens is the certification process only is paid. Watching the course, attending the content, listening the videos is most of the places it is free. Especially EDX. You go and then you register there and you just do all the subjects. Simple videos you see, your way you think something, way you approach will be totally different. When you come for any job interview, people are more interested in understanding what is your thought process, how you apply your mind, where and all you are focusing. This is where the whole concentration is there. See, even in defense also you see, we are talking about protecting our borders. Okay, mathematically you try to do something or you try to do all perfect things. But simple common sense wins everything. What happened in Israel and this Gaza war? What happened? Palestine and Israel borders? It is supposed to be having the best technologically advanced borders. But some common sense, some basics killed the whole, it could, evade all the systems and easily attack. Now cyber security we talk. We talk a lot on cyber security. Now a lot of jobs are there in cyber security, ethical hacking, all kinds of things. More than anything else, simple thing of, not changing some default password will be the main reason for your breach itself. May not be a very complicated thing. Very, very simple thing we'll miss. We'll end up breaching our security. Many a times, a person is not coming through a big opening from front door and trying to enter and steal the things, information from somebody. A person who is coming to serve you tea, maybe the person who will coolly go away, take away the data and go away. Many a times, you may be knowing about this cryptology, right? You have a lot of cryptology, encryption algorithms, all these things. In fact, I happened to listen to one of the famous algorithm expert on the cryptology who has an algorithm in his name. He was telling one simple method to breach any system. So cryptology, lot of money is spent to understand how the passwords are there, how to breach into a system. Suppose a secure, very, very secure environment. How did they enter into the environment? He was telling very simple method. There were they threw some thumb drives, pen drives, into their parking lot of the company where they wanted to intrude. What happens? Our human mind, one free thumb drive is lying there. It is written 64 GB thumb drive or whatever, 128, 250 GB thumb, whatever your thumb drive is there. What is the immediate reaction? We'll try to see now what is there in the thumb drive. It is lying there. So they put it, moment they put the thumb drive, you have allowed some access to somebody. Over. It's not at all very, very, very common, simple methodology people are entering. Now, as a computer science people, what way we can prevent something? What way we can protect something? How do you understand these concepts? Unless you know what is the real world, textbook certain things are taught. These are not taught in textbooks. For that, only common sense. What are all the mechanisms? So how cleverly you are programming? Probably, I still remember some of these simple programming techniques. See, where you stand out, let's say a number is odd number or even number. If you want, there's a standard programming, when you start learning computer science programming, these are all some of the initial programmings you do, right? A number is an odd number or even number. Okay? So it was given to a set of students. And we got around 3 to 4 types of answers. One person is simply done some, div and modern div if you do, you will get the remainder by, if the remainder is 0 or 1, based on that you decide. Now one person has written an interesting algorithm. What he does, he takes the number, subtract by 2, minus 2, and then check whether the answer is 0 or 1. If answer is 0, it is an even number. If answer is 1, it is not an even number. If any other answer comes, go back to the first step. That means what? Again subtract by 2. So if you give a number, he will keep on subtracting by 2 till he reaches 0 or 1. That is also answer will come correctly. But how good is your program? What is the efficiency of your programming? How many of you, when you write a program, run a parallel background task to see how much memory it is taking, how much processing power it is taking? So these are all the focus areas you need to do. Just today, when you go for practical classes, you run a program, you write a program, run it, and parallelly you just see, let's say, task manager or something you enable, and see your program, how much memory it has taken, how much processing time it has taken. Then you can find out what is the quality of the program you are writing. And suppose you write a program and you give n number of inputs. Suppose you are supposed to give an integer as an input. Suppose you give A or B a character. What happens to your program? Is it crashing or it is gracefully telling, no, you cannot enter this input? How many of time we are doing that? So this is what actually we have to transform ourselves from students who is actually not doing just additional one simple certification course to a computer science student, and subsequently from computer science students you have to transform yourself into a professional, right? So this is the transformation path you need to adapt. And future is enormous. We want actually all the current logics of security will break moment quantum computing takes into effect. Why AI and ML is so popular nowadays? The simple reason, compute power has increased, number crunching increased, memory cost decreased, communication and networking bandwidth increased. These are all the major reasons why AI and ML is becoming so popular. It is not that it is a new technique. This technique is existing for the more than 40-50 years. Just because your computing mechanism, communication mechanism power increased, this has phenomenally gone up. Similarly, shortly quantum computing is going to take over the entire thing. Now your passwords, all the passwords, now what we say, so many you put, no, every website says you need to have alphabetic character, you have to numeric, you need a special character, capital, small, all kinds of passwords it will tell you to do. Just to ensure that it takes a lot of time to break the password. Now with quantum computing, those passwords can be broken in no time. Now what happens? Then mostly we will be entering into biometrics based passwords. Your face recognition, your thumb drive, your voice. Now there also problems are starting because your generative AIs, deep learnings are happening, and then people are able to mimic your voice, mimic your video, mimic your face. Now how well to capture this information and convert it into a robust system? The future is very interesting. Sometimes it is scary also, but nevertheless it is very interesting. Too many areas are there to research. It's a field is full of open areas for research. Only thing, you need to be more professional in this aspect. Keep your eyes and ears open and move towards that path. Once you decide to take up that path of moving from traditional coder to a professional programming and a complete person who understands the ecosystem around your subject. Once you start into that particular thing, you will be able to go leaps and bounds in your career. So a lot of students have come. So I only wish most of you should at least take one small step, at least register for one additional course and do one additional certification. I feel whatever time I have spent here, I have spent in a worthwhile way. So I think it's commendable that this St. Joseph College is actually organizing such an event, and a good amount of participation I am seeing physically from other colleges are also. Being this area being very close to Bangalore, it has its own challenges, but in spite of that, you people are all coming and attending this particular event. It is really worthwhile, and I really compliment the ComSTA and your Gnosis Club and your Department of Computer Science for arranging this one. And I thank Dr. Deena and the management for actually extending this invitation to me, to our office, to deliver a speech to all of you. And I wish all of you all the best and a happy and a brighter future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was an inspiring speech. It brings us joy and happiness when we express our gratitude to others. So I feel grateful to invite Mrs. S. Bobby, organizing co-chair, to delegate the vote of thanks.
I give thanks to you, O Lord my God, with my whole heart, and I will glorify your name forever. Psalm 86:12. Good afternoon to everyone present here. As we conclude this wonderful conference organized by ComSTA, Computer Science Technical Association, PG and Research Department of Computer Science, it's my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Secretary, Reverend Sister Dr. Donna Grace J. Seeley, for her inspiring presence and unwavering support. Sister, your bold leadership and determination have been a source of strength for all of us. Thank you for gracing this occasion with your presence and words of encouragement. Thank you, Sister. I express my sincere thanks to our beloved Principal, Dr. J. Carolyn Rose, for her dynamic leadership, unwavering dedication, and enthusiasm. Ma'am, your presence always motivates us strive for excellence. Thank you for being a guiding light for institutions and for joining us today. Thank you, ma'am. I extend my deepest gratitude to our Chief Guest, Mr. Suresh S.D., Scientist G Grade and Group Director, DKRM Electronics Radar Development Establishment, DRDO, Bangalore. Sir, your insightful address and incredible journey in research and innovation have been truly inspiring. Thank you for sharing your expertise with us. Thank you, sir. A heartfelt thanks our Chief Guest, Mr. Brito Satya S.R., Senior Data Engineer at One Global, Berlin, Germany. Sir, your inspiring professional journey spanning industry leaders like Amazon, Oracle and TCS have been a testament to excellence and innovation. Thank you for your enlightening presence. Thank you, sir. I thank our virtual plenary speaker, Dr. Benson Edwin Raj, Associate Professor, Fujairah Women Campus, UAE, for enriching this conference with his valuable knowledge and perspectives. I also thank our plenary speaker, Mr. Rufus Nana Michael, Software Engineer Manager, Apple, USA, Dr. Arthur Davis Nicholas, Lecturer, University of Technology and Applied Science, Oman, and Mr. Siva Bala Murugan B., Student Success Mentor Head, Diya Robotics, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, who will be joining us in tomorrow's session. Thank you all for your participation even from afar, which has added great value to this event. A special note of thanks to our keynote speaker, Dr. Vaishnavi Balaji, Assistant Professor, International School of Management Excellence, Bangalore. Thank you, ma'am. I also wish to extend my gratitude to our esteemed keynote speakers who will be joining us virtually. Dr. D. Santi Jeslet, Professor and Head Department of Computer Science, MJR College of Arts and Science. Mr. Shaktivel Nageshwaran, Assistant Professor, Department of MCA, Adiyaman College of Engineering, Autonomous, Hosur. Dr. Beulah Soundarbai, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science, Christ University, Bangalore. Ms. Cheryl Sophia, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Jyotinivas College, Autonomous, Bangalore, Karnataka. Dr. Melvin J. Reena, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Christ University, Bangalore, Karnataka. Thank you all for leading your expertise and ensuring the smooth conduct of the virtual paper presentation. I sincerely thank our Head of the Department, Dr. Dina Suresh, for encouraging and inspiring us to organize such an impactful conference. Thank you, ma'am. To all the professors, research scholars, invitees and students from various institutions, your presence has been invaluable. Thank you for taking the time to be here and contributing the success of this conference. I would like to thank our sponsors, Bima Jewellers Hosur, SS Computers Coimbatore, Perfect Graphics Hosur and Apollo Computer Education Hosur for their generous support and contributions. Your partnership and encouragement have been instrumental in making this event a success. I also extend my heart thanks to all the supporting staff members, our technical team for arranging the sound system and catering service provided by our college canteen. Thank you all for your unwavering support. Finally, I would like to thank the organizing team, faculty members and student volunteers who worked tirelessly to make this event a resounding success. Your hard work, attention to detail, the dedication have really paid off. I would also like to extend my sense of gratitude to all the students of the Department of Computer Science for their enthusiastic participation and involvement in this conference. Once again, thank you all for making this conference a memorable and enriching experience. Wishing everyone continued success and growth. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. The national anthem is a patriotic song that evokes the history and traditions of our country. Let's all raise up for the national anthem.
Jana Gana Mana Adinayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Uttala Banga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jaladitaranga Tava Shubha Name Jage Tava Shubha Ashish Mage Gage Tava Jaya Gatha Jana Gana Mangala Dayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidhata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He